was seen in the video footage guarding the gate before storming off much later. And yeah, how si wanajina be serious, ama? Cindy doesn't get that. Macho.
I was like,
He's only besha xiao. Yes, it's the money heist in Kenya. I mean, I don't know. I wish we saw more. I know it's a bad thing that happened, but I wish we saw more. I wish there was more drama that we could see without deaths, of course, because it was so uneventful. Like they just went in,
oh my God,
stole, left.
No, it was very eventful.
Of course,
you
yes.
had the ladies giving, you know, the whole, akiangalia, the way they are dressed, wanna dress the same.
But
you see, the commentary is so different. Like the video wasn't showing much.
Exactly.
I mean,
the commentary
was live, wasn't it?
You have to understand that Mato is in Hollywood in his mind. You know, he's
visual.
a filmmaker, right?
Yeah. Visual.
So he's like, I can't believe there wasn't like a getaway car.
I know.
And there wasn't like
boom boom tough.
And that's really what it was. I mean, they made away with money that we might never really know
make
the actual amount.
Yeah.
But then, first of all, this really shocks me because you know there's so many people who are watching, and coming from one of the worst years of humanity, or maybe our lives, right? So because there have been so many other pandemics before, but then it's just been a difficult year. So then you see people watching shows like the young boy who allegedly said that he was inspired by some show, and then you see a heist looking so easy. There's so many movies about it. You're just like, by the way,
can we stop blaming TV shows?
No, but just I don't know how other people. I don't know, maybe it's a perception thing, I don't know.
This is the thing, with the economic effect of COVID and the way our economy is going, with or without COVID, 2 billion a day, by the way. We have how many hours to spend it? 4 hours till our next 2 billion. We're going to see more and more of these cases of guys of crime, and I'm hoping it doesn't go back to the days. Remember days when carjacking was the in thing? Every day you hear a story of guys being
That's true. Yeah.
You get a mat, City Stadium, guys get into the mat with you, Uko Hamza, Biwa. So I hope that we're not getting into that season, because what happens is if people are not making money, crime goes up, and if crime goes up,
Cindy, people have to feed their children.
But you see,
they have to pay school fees.
This is exactly true, because
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you see, the fact remains that whether the economy is doing well or not, crime is a business in itself. So crime will still be there.
But
because
it will go up, that's the thing.
There's still people who are profiting from business. Because, from this business of crime. Because at no point will you see that the police officers have completely abolished crime. Because you'll find they are, well, allegedly, some who will be part of it. You know, so at no point will we completely abolish crime.
Absolutely. But what I'm saying is we're going to see an increase where we'll see more and more cases. Because this comes just in the wake of a heist at another bank on University, when I don't know if you guys saw the viral pictures.
Yes.
There was a lady and 2 guys, and the cops had to shoot in the air to stop the crowd from, you know, from lynching these thugs.
Yes.
So the close proximity is what is worrying me, because these thugs probably, the ones who's, I just from the commentary you could tell that it was Prime Bank. So you're just seeing the thugs were not fazed by the fact that their colleagues were busted, like, you guys, 2 days from now, let's do this and let's do it right. And did you see the confidence when they were walking out of the building?
But you see, that's what I'm trying to say. And you know what, Mato, for a lot of us, maybe it doesn't make any sense that a show would inspire you to do certain things. But then you just see the chances. Have you guys ever watched Banged Up Abroad? About people who just take chances to sell drugs or to travel, you know, millions of miles away to just go and get something so that, you know, and then they're promised a lot of money. Now, where does that come from? From a lot of people who are living in despair, who are poor, and coming from that pandemic, which we're still existing in, by the way. I'm so sorry to coming from. We haven't come from it. We've just survived 1 year.
We're just going through it.
We don't know how long it's going to last. But then there's so many people who are in lack, living in lack, and they just want to provide, and people take chances on their lives. And if you listen to a lot of people who went to jail, they'll tell you, nilikuwa watoto wangu hawana chakula, hawana hii, hawana hiyo. You know what I mean? And I just, Cindy's right, it might go up. And watching things like this, you just think, you know, there's a chance we could be caught.
Yeah.
but there's also the possibility that we could be millionaires. So you take your chances. I don't know.
Looking at the time, just to finish this, looking at the time when it's happening,
right?
When would you expect this to be more prevalent? When we went into the pandemic and things were really bad, or now when things are kinda coming back?
Of course, now when
not?
things are kinda coming back,
Really?
because there are more opportunities to, for lack of a better word, to steal.
But
when there was the pandemic, there was a bit of a crackdown. Things were, businesses had shut down. There wasn't a lot of money, but now money is slowly trickling into the, offices that people are working from home and now working from the offices and so on and so forth. There are more opportunities.
Yeah.
This is my worry. Are they stealing because of the pandemic, or are they stealing because, yes, there's a pandemic, coupled by the fact that this is such a tough year to be a Kenyan?
You know, it was already tough before. I feel like
but now
remember, we all prayed for an amazing 2020 because we were like, by the way,
this is a double-digit year.
Yes. Tuna struggle. Tuna struggle. And it's been so difficult. But you tell us what you think at the Trend Live. The hashtag is TTTT. Right after the break, we're going to read some of your